Well, I don't know if you guys heard the reports. Obviously, we're signing, but there are fans that have been booted from Smackdown down the street for bringing in AEW shirts, posters. It seems like some of them may have gotten back in. I know, again, you probably haven't heard this, but what are your reactions to hearing reports like that?
I mean, we blew up the whole sky right across the street from their building. So I imagine that's. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. You can't throw people if people part with their money to get tickets. You can't turn them away.
Go back in. I know that a procedure a lot of times is if there's something that they can't show, you turn it inside out or you put it down. As long as they comply, I hope they were able to stay and enjoy.
Yeah, I bet you it's isolated. I can't see them going full court press, no AEW merch inside. And if they did, that's a mistake because Jacksonville for WWE and the shows I've been has been a soft market. It's not a market that they've regularly sold out. So if you have fans partying with their money, you're an idiot to turn them away. So
cool. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I would really like to know.
Obviously, Mike?
It's going to be different on an individual basis, but how exclusive are a lot of these contracts? Obviously not for you guys, but is Joey Janela going to be able to keep doing spring break shows?
Yeah.
Are certain people going to be...
I can actually confirm that Joey will be able to do his spring break shows.
Oh, cool. With
Chris,
GCW?
Chris will be able, yes, Chris will be able to do his cruise. Is that, we're right in that statement? Okay. That's Chris Harrington behind us.
The idea is for us to be friendly with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we definitely don't want to shut doors. There's no reason to. We like a lot of people.
Some situations, it's case by case. You don't want to get in like a carbon copy of contracts. This is my first time licensing people, contracting people. So you want to know what they want, what their heart goes for. Chris, for example, in his cruise and the things that people have. For me and for her, this is it though. I looked at the sucker the other day. It's more years than any WWE contract I signed, and I know why, because I'm committing my life to this, which is so much is happening I forget to remind myself of that, but that's really exciting for us.
Our manager decided in the meeting when I was signing to politely
bring up your age,
yell to everyone in the room, hey, do you know that at the end of her contract she's going to be this old? So I know, thank you, Brian, I know what I can do.
It went over real well too.
Piggybacking off of those contracts there, you guys made it a really big sticking point that this is for the wrestlers. They're going to get paid. Women are going to get paid at a similar rate to the men. So what does that mean in terms of health insurance and benefits? Tony said top employees and full-time employees will get it, but what about the wrestlers?
Well, I think one thing that I can speak to, I can't get too specific, but I can tell you straight out of the gate, a lot of concerns that guys will have is what happens if I get hurt in the ring? Because that's the one thing WWE covers with the POMCO insurance. And we can confirm anybody that gets hurt in an AEW ring will be 100% taken care of by AEW. But again, back to the case-by-case element, the first thing we want to do in raising the profile is raise pay. And that, we're a startup, so that's kind of backwards, but that's okay. That's our goal. I meant it what I said. The wrestling economy, happy wrestlers means happier fans. Wrestlers who have choices, and you can't pay someone minimum wage to go to a wrestling school and expect them to be excited about that. We're not doing that. And I don't mean to knock anyone who is. I'm just saying we're not doing it. But yeah, as of now, insurance in the ring, that's all covered, and we're going to move forward. Hopefully, after Double or Nothing, we can tighten up the infrastructure even more. My goal, some people know this, I'd like to see wrestling just like the television industry that I've, done a few bit roles here and there, but that treatment and that care you get for your time on screen, that you have a comparable influence as a pro wrestler. You're just as recognizable, and you should be just as taken care of. And I pointed him out to you, that Chris Harrington, who's standing behind you, he's the master with the money, and he's the one who's helping us go slow enough that we can take care of the people we want to take care of.
I like that you downplayed your Hollywood roles. I would give anything for one of those bit roles for 3 seasons on air.
Can we talk about TV possibly for a second? Streaming, like All In, of course, streamed over.
You want me to announce the TV deal right now?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that'd be great. WGN?
Is that something you're looking for? Is that something you want? Is obviously TV is a big thing, but it doesn't have to be the top thing. Is it something you're working towards, or is it just if it happens, it happens?
I'll take that one. obviously that's always the goal for everything. And as he said, we are a startup, and so we are in some very baby phases right now. What I can say is more information on that will definitely be forthcoming sooner than later.
Sam winking? Was winking at you.
That.
Yeah, we're going to try, again, we're real slow, and we're going to stagger. Obviously, to have Chris Jericho here today to give us in the wrestling industry what we call the rub, and for him to, no pun intended, go all in with All Elite Wrestling I want that to be the news today. So that meant we held some things back because we want to do this slow. We want to do it correct. So you'll probably more tidbits. You don't have to come to every event, Mike. I know, Mike came all the way from Chicago, but we're gonna keep putting things out there correctly for people. TV is massively important, but it's not the end all be all because as you've seen with being the elite and the medium we have, but we have big plans. And remember, I was winking at you. So
also, I was really excited that Pac was here today as well because I know you put a lot of emphasis on Jericho, but I'm a big Pac fan.
I just like that he has his gear on.
Ready to
Show him his abs.
Yeah. What?
At least he was ready.
Yeah.